Hello, I'm John Fox and I'm John West.
What? A disagreement? You mean you're split down the middle again?
We are indeed. I've been having, and I still am having, a Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony adventure, and we've had a disagreement. It looks like we're going to have one of those scrum debate things, which I was predicting for a while.
Then, the Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds!
If we combine this with my recent game I've been playing in a Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night, we could have a bunny more phenomenal trial grounds. I don't know how that would work. I guess they'd all be dressed up as bunnies.
Yippee! We've been waiting for this!
Jeez, we gotta do that whole crazy thing again?
It seems like our opinions are split on this matter. So I was going to drink some beer. But if we focus on the evidence, the facts will become clear. What we have to do is show them and make them accept it. We can't get them to see the truth. Now my lie would have been for nothing. I won't fail! Okay, I ran out of the sour I was drinking, but this is like mango IPA. I don't know what it's going to be like. I think I had one. I'm putting a little warmer on it so my hands don't get cold. Anyway, you don't need to know that. Split suspicion? What? Split decision? Okay, this is definitely... I can taste the mango, but it's not sour. I like the sour. When was the body put in the piranha tank?
Did the culprit move the body just before the morning announcement?
Is it not possible you simply missed the culprit?
Kimiko!
We were right in front of the door.
There's no way we could have missed them.
Right, I missed the start. I pressed the wrong
The
button.
piranha tank is too far from the gym's entrance. The pool next to gym also off limits at night. Should we trust Maki's testimony in the first place? Did the culprit move the body just before the morning announcement?
When we aren't consistent, our position looks weak. We have to work together. If Ryomu's body was put in the tank at night time, we have to defend that point.
Did the culprit move the body just before the morning announcement?
Angie!
I was in front of the gym with the others, before the announcement.
Is it not possible you simply missed the culprit?
Kimiko!
We were right in front of the door. There's no way we could have missed them.
Remember, the rules state that you can't enter the gym at night.
Kaito! Rules probably don't apply to corpses, you know.
The piranha tank is too far from the gym's entrance.
I got this!
You might be able to reach the tank from the window above the stage.
But pool next to gym also off limits at night.
Maki!
Entering the pool at night's what's off limits, not the pool area itself. But should we trust Maki's testimony in the first place?
Tenko!
It's okay, because we have Shuichi's testimony too!
There we go. The only problem with this game is it gradually gets easier.
This is our answer!
It's true that you cannot enter the gym at nighttime, but a corpse could. I am positive that the window was how the culprit moved the body.
That window's higher than the piranha tank, and it's pretty close by. The curtains might have been closed, but the window was open the whole investigation.
That means it was certainly possible to put the body in the piranha tank from the window.
However, I'm also positive the pane dividing the piranha tank was set up beforehand.
That certainly couldn't be tossed in. It would need to be placed carefully.
Yes.
Even if the culprit were to throw the body from outside the window, the window is far too high. It cannot be reached from the floor.
Ryoma was small. Gonta could have chucked him easy.
Yes, but Gonta wouldn't do that. Gentlemen not chuck dead bodies.
It's also true.
Being a gentleman has nothing to do with it. I know. They used the ladder in the gym. You tested it out while you were investigating, Shuichi. That ladder reached the window, right? So the culprit just needed to put the body through the window to pull it off, right?
No, I don't think that method is possible because the ladder couldn't... There was no time to move it? I don't think there was enough time to remove the ladder. Couldn't they have carried out the ladder at any point during night time? I think the culprit had enough time. Oh,
Damn
now
it.
they think I'm a fraud! I keep telling them I'm a fraud as well! The ladder can't be moved? Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh my dumbass! The ladder doesn't reach the window. Oh, god damn it!
That's it!
It was on the stage. Oh, I'm an idiot.
The only reason the ladder reached the window was because it was on the stage. If you used the ladder on the pool side, it would not quite make it. The ladder could barely reach the window when it was on the stage. And there is nothing on the pool side of the gym as tall as the stage. Finally, the ladder was found in the gym, correct? If the culprit used the ladder on the pool side, we wouldn't
So
have
that was
found
my
it in the
thinking,
gym.
that somehow it wouldn't be movable.
They couldn't have thrown the ladder back through the window because it's too heavy.
Then Gonta used his tard strength to throw the ladder or the body or
You should
something.
probably stop using that word.
Gentlemen not throw dead bodies. Or
Don't
ladders.
use that word.
The body could not have been thrown into the piranha tank to begin with. It would need to be placed carefully to prevent the glass pane from shifting.
Ah.
Got it, Musclehead? Even if we injected tons of steroids into you, it'd be impossible.
Which means the killer had to go down with them, which would explain why they need a... I don't know why the light flickered. Why they need the rope. They need to go down and back up.
Sorry, you're right.
You didn't need to apologize, Gonta.
It's not bad.
How the culprit moved the body from the window. Ha! You guys don't even know that? What a bunch of dimwits.
Do you have the answer then?
But of course. Tell him, Shuichi. Blow them all away with the truth.
I actually don't know that
Like
yet.
the timing there with the music.
What? The culprit definitely moved the body through the window, but I don't know
Rope.
how.
Seriously?
Serves you right! You just made a fool out of yourself after acting all high and mighty!
Dudes just need to shut up and take their licks.
What are we gonna do, Shuichi? We gotta figure this out or we're done for. Hey, you gotta do something, Shuichi!
I know. I have to do something, but
I don't know what to do. I haven't figured that out yet. Damn it! Am I really not good enough? Am I not as good as a detective? Am I no good as a detective? Am I no good at reading that I'm a detective? I can't do this. I can't.
I don't think it really matters how the body got into the piranha tank.
What?
Gonta thinks it matter. We won't know culprit's trick unless we figure out.
We're getting sidetracked. It doesn't matter how it was done, just who did it. We shouldn't focus on where we found the body. Instead, we need to focus on where he was killed.
Where he was killed?
Wouldn't it be more efficient if we focused on the murder scene instead?
yes, that's it. We were so caught up in where the body was found. when we should have been thinking about where the murder occurred.
Or murdered.
Murder scene would definitely have more clues about the culprit. Why didn't anyone realize this yet? That's strange.
Perhaps the culprit steered the conversation away from that topic.
Then, culprit is someone in
Yes,
this
the culprit's
room.
someone in this room. That's important to remember. It's not as if everyone here wants us to find the truth. One of us is trying to sabotage this trial.
Well then, let's discuss the crime scene to figure out who the culprit is.
That's not a bad idea for a robot. The last time I heard such a good idea was when Nino told me to move in with her under the bridge to get out of the pool.
What?
Imikawa under the bridge?
What? If we can determine where all this started, we can determine how it ended. It started in a tennis shower. Yes! It's much too soon to quit. The trial has only just begun.
Thank you, Maki. That was a helpful insight.
I can't believe you didn't notice that. I guess that's why you're still an apprentice.
Right. Oh, I forgot to set the timer. Damn it. Okay, it's 12 minutes.
First, let's establish the crime scene.
Wasn't it the dorm room? Ryoma was relaxing in his room when he got attacked.
But the cause of death was drowning. There's nothing in his room that could collect enough water.
He's got a toilet, doesn't he?
Drowned in toilets? Impossible!
We should consider places where water is stored.
The only place that fits is the pool.
Even if you use magic, there's no other way.
Well, it must be the pool then.
Nah, that little turd drowned in the toilet.
Shut your mouth, you noisy sow.
Sal?
Okay, that's a new place. Yes, okay, pool rules.
First, let's establish the crime.
Ryoma was relaxing in his room when he got attacked.
Death was drowning. There's nothing in his room that could collect enough water.
He's got a toilet, doesn't he?
Drowned in toilets? Impossible!
We should consider places where water is stored.
The only place that
Oh, damn it.
Even if way.
Well, it must be the pool then.
Shut your mouth, you noisy sow.
Sal?
First, let's establish the crime scene. Relaxing when he got attacked.
But the cause of death was drowning. There's nothing in his room that could collect enough water.
He's got a toilet, doesn't he?
Drowned in toilets? Impossible!
We should consider places where water is stored.
the only place that
That's wrong!
The pool could not have been the scene of the murder. Ryoma was killed at nighttime. No swimming is allowed at nighttime, so a living person could not have gone in.
Yep, a dead body is fine because it's just an object. But if a living person entered the pool, I think I might cry.
Cry as loud as you want. I'll cry with you. We can spend the night together crying. In the morning after, I'll write goodbye on your mirror in lipstick before I quietly leave.
Only after you leave do I realize how much you really mean to me.
Quit being so gloomy. This is the year of the Jets. Fuck the
I think
Patriots.
they're football teams, American football.
Anyway, we can conclude it's impossible for him to have drowned in the pool.
Where was Ryoma killed if not pool? Is there other place where water can be stored?
Where was Ryoma killed? I know there's some kind of clue.
This is it! the sink in Ryoma's lab. There were distinct scratch marks on it.
Scratch marks on the sink?
Oh, this one.
And I believe those scratches were caused by...
Handcuffs.
This is it! The handcuffs. They were scratched as well, correct?
Well, yeah. Sort of looked like they'd been scraped against something.
There's also the fact that the handcuffs were from Ryoma's lab. The marks on the sink came from the handcuffs in the same room. The size and shape of the scratches are consistent with the handcuffs, I'm sure.
How many I didn't check?
How did those handcuffs get from the lab to the water tank?
Because Ryoma was wearing them, right?
Yes, though they were only visible for a brief moment when Ryoma appeared in the tank.
Let's see the picture again.
I am certain he was wearing the handcuffs at the time.
The handcuffs were left after the piranhas devoured Ryoma.
So the culprit handcuffed Ryoma and drowned him in his lab's sink.
Ryoma must have been pretty yummy. They chomped up his entire body. Arms, legs, brain.
Saying disgusting things! I don't want to hear it!
That crunchy texture with the fatty parts just right. Then when they bite down, it gushes.
Stop! Please stop!
But how did culprit handcuff Ryoma? He could have used Shukuchi method to get away, unless someone ambushed him?
That's a good point. I didn't even consider the Shukuchi
It's
method.
possible they knocked him out before handcuffing him. Though there's no way we can be sure, now that he's not but bones.
I doubt he was ambushed. I'm pretty sure the culprit got Ryoma by... Whoops. Don't pay attention to little old me. I'm just talking to myself.
When you talk to yourself, pretend you're eating and chew with your mouth closed. Otherwise, you'll get a mouthful of peanut butter squid. It's so disgusting you'll laugh.
So we all agree Ryoma was drowned in the sink in his lab, right? That sink could have held enough water to do it for sure.
Yeah, I didn't miss anything.
Alright, I'm calling it. The crime scene is Ryoma's fucking research lab!
But how did the culprits carry his body to the gym from there?
Well, the other reason I thought it was her, by the way, not her, why I thought it was Miu, was because Miu actually saw the tennis room.
Isn't Ryoma's lab on the 3rd floor of the academy?
It's actually not far at all. Although, perhaps it's more accurate to say there's a shortcut.
Was there a shortcut?
What shortcut between Ryoma's lab and the gym did the culprit use? The windows.
There!
Thanks, game.
The shortcut is the window in Ryoma's lab.
The window?
That's right. None of the windows in this school open. Except the one in Ryoma's
And that
lab.
window over there, presumably.
And on top of that, the window faced the pool. You could see the gym straight across.
Do you think the culprit dropped Ryoma's body into the pool area from the lab window? Then they could have thrown the body into the piranha tank through the
Yeah, 'cause
gym
they couldn't
window.
have gone into the pool.
How's that? Mission complete! Your explanation contradicts some things we discussed earlier. The gym window was too high to reach from the poolside, even if one used the ladder. That's right! I apologize! I must go on a journey to reflect on this!
We keep hitting dead ends, since we don't know how the body was thrown into the gym.
Well, that didn't really give us any info about the crime.
Not necessarily. We learned a lot of important information. Now that I'm sure the scene of the crime was Ryoma's lab, the case is becoming clearer. To determine how the body got from the crime scene to where it was found, I'm gonna have to tell my TV not to turn off. Don't turn off, TV. I'm currently using you, TV. You. I have to figure out how to get from the third floor window to the game. Alright, I have to analyze the possible methods and find the most likely. Do we get to do mind surfing? Oh, no mind surfing for us. Psych taxi. It's mind surfing, isn't it? When you have to deduce how things are connected, Psych taxi will start up. The objective of this mode is to gather the letter cubes lying around to form a question. Really? Okay, fine. Use the X button to accelerate, use the L stick to move left and right. By picking up letter cubes floating around, you can complete the question. Once you've completed the question, you head towards the escort that is the correct answer. If it's the right answer, they'll get in your car. If it's the wrong answer, something bad happens. Also, there will be other cars on the road. If you hit those, you'll take focus energy damage. If it's getting dangerous, use R1 to concentrate, stay calm, and avoid them. Please drive safely and enjoy the ride. Please respond at your earliest convenience. What? Hey! Oh, this is interesting. Why are they all A's? The body was brought from where? That actually gives me plenty of time. Hey, I need to turn while it's saying thinking turn, thank you. What the lab window? Hey, I swear I just hit someone. This is odd. Next question. I don't... Oh, there's pictures. What's that a picture of? I was distracted by Andy. The body was brought from the gym to where? Gym window. Okay. Where are the pictures? Next question. Why do they all say A? Other cars. How was it? Okay, now it's that picture. Really hard to concentrate on it. How was the body moved from the classroom to the gym window? Rope or string? I think it was rope or string. Via window, from window to window. I don't like the idea that we're hitting people. So, did you like my shoulder dance? I think I did quite well at that. I think I might have hurt my shoulders.
I've got it! Ryoma's body was moved directly from his lab to the gym.
Directly? Don't tell me they threw the body from window to window. I mean, we're talking about a body. It's not like tossing a baseball, you know.
No, I don't believe he was thrown. But perhaps another way.
What do you mean another way? There's no other way to move it.
The culprit must have used some kind of equipment.
Huh? Equipment?
With this equipment, they can connect the two windows and move the body to the gym.
Is Mackie secretly the helpful one? Equipment to connect the windows. I believe it was found near the body.
There! The rope found behind the gym stage could have been used to connect the windows.
Oh, there was a mysterious mystery about that rope that only Atua can reveal.
I feel like I just revealed it.
What mysterious mystery? During last night's preparations for the show, that rope was in the wing of the stage. But the next morning, the rope had been moved backstage for some reason. It's a mysterious mystery. Only Atua knows the answer.
So, during nighttime, someone used the rope, then threw it into the gym window?
So they did use the rope. That's how they bridged the distance between both
What?
windows.
Is the rope long enough to reach both windows?
The rope is roughly 65 feet in length. As for the distance between the windows,
According to the sign at the pool, the width of the pool is roughly 35 feet. And the distance from the edges of the pool to the windows is an additional 16 feet. Altogether, the sum total length from one window to the other is roughly 50
Those
feet.
are the numbers I couldn't get.
And pool is only thing between research lab
I
and
wanted
gym
to check,
windows.
but it doesn't say the numbers in the bullets. I did check.
You bet it's long enough. That's what she said.
Wait, who said that?
Even if the rope was long enough, wouldn't it be pretty hard to tie them to the windows?
Both windows were too high to reach. It would be like tying a rope from one cliff to another.
Was-
If the windows were closer together, then they could toss the rope across. But
That's
they're
what
not.
the tire swing's for.
No, going to think it would work. Just need one more rope.
What?
Another rope. There was only one, though.
Oh, then it impossible.
There was one more.
Sorry.
I'm sure there was another rope, or at least something that could be used as a rope. The pool rules!
This is it! The tennis net cable from Ryoma's lab could serve as a rope.
How long is it?
About 50 feet or so. But how do they use it?
Okay, so. First, culprit hang rope outside of one window. Then, culprit move to other side. And tie cable to other window. Then, after tying to each window, culprit tie rope and cable together.
Okay, that's pretty clever, Gunter.
That how culprit make one rope that reach both windows.
Wow, that's amazing, Gonta! You're so
Is this
knowledgeable.
because he's Tarzan? Or Mowgli, or whatever?
It's nothing. I'm going to use ropes a lot when looking for bugs.
Hang on. Blanca, obviously, that's the more obvious one.
Even if they did connect the windows with a rope, they can't carry a body on just that.
Eureka! I got it!
Thomas
Thomas Edison once said that genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. But in my case, it's 100% inspiration!
You get it. Just tell us already.
They handcuffed the body to the rope and slid it from one window to the other, like Tarzan!
The body would reach the gym window, but it wouldn't land in the piranha tank. Stop making such dumbass comments and keep your smelly breath in your dirty mouth.
They should be a couple. They seem to suit each other.
Tarzan?
Cosplay.
But they also had to put the body in the piranha tank after they moved it, huh?
That is not feasible with just one rope.
Maybe the rope wasn't the only equipment the culprit used.
Not just the rope.
Well, anyway, it would have been pretty difficult to get that body in the piranha tank. We wouldn't just throw it. The trick was a super crucial part of the culprit's plan. The culprit must have carefully placed the body into the tank with their own hands. But is there really a way to do that?
Kokichi, are you hinting at something?
Huh? Hint? What hint? Don't confuse me with your talk of hinting hints.
You're confusing me. You're definitely onto something. The truth that the culprit needed to place the body directly into the piranha tank. If the body were to fall, the culprit would not have been able to retrieve it. They would have only had one shot at it. One opportunity. No second chances. One spaghetti. Though obviously the culprit would have wanted to put the body in the tank carefully. Meaning they would have wanted to get as close to the window as possible. Problem is, how did they get near it? All that we know right now is that there was rope connected to the windows. Somehow the culprit used that to move the body and were close to the windows themselves. To make that work, they had to have used something else. What could that be? What could they have done?
All right, Shuichi. The stage is finally set.
What?
Listen up. Do a good job here, and I'll be able to put an end to this trial.
Okay, trial pictures. That's new. I mean, it's not. I mean, but for this game.
It all starts with you. You be the opening act, and I'll be the main event. And then together, we're gonna save everyone.
Together?
You got this. After all, you are my sidekick. I believe in you, so I'm gonna leave the rest to you.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do this. I will solve the mystery and show everyone the truth. This is the main event. Something was used with the ropes to move the body between the windows. Think. Come on. Think. Hangman's Gambit start! I don't know. No, I know. An R! Rope was... Rope swing? What? Rope wop. Rope. Rope... What? Ropeway? Ropeway?
Yes, that's it. The culprit used something like a ropeway to move
What
the
the hell's
body.
a ropeway?
A ropeway, huh? Are you sure about that?
Wow, you got drain damage or something? You'd need some kind of vessel to use on a ropeway, and we don't have that!
She's arguing against it. That might mean that I was correct. No, there definitely was. The culprit used it to move the body along the rope. Oh my word. Mind mine. Oh god, no, 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 why is it auto? In scenes where you have to deduce an image, mine will begin. In this mode, the objective is to dig up the answer. At the beginning, the answer will be completely covered by pieces. Use the L stick to move the cursor and erase the pieces with the X button. Pieces will be erased when two or more of the same colour connect. The adjacent pieces will then change colour in the following order: white, pink, yellow, white. What? Why those colours? White, pink, yellow. If you do it right, you can remove all the pieces from an object. The trick is to predict how the adjacent pieces will change. When all the pieces on top of an object are gone, select the object as the answer. I don't think I understand this. If you select the wrong object, your influence gauge will take damage. If there's just one piece left, you can break it with the X button. You can press the X button repeatedly to break it, because we made a puzzle and sometimes it doesn't work, so you have to do that. But it will incur a time penalty, so don't just button mash. It might sound complicated, but trust me, you'll get it as you play. But yeah, it's just swap 3 or whatever it's called. But it's 2 because they, for some reason, made it easier. Oh god. I'm never going to remember.
I see it!
Okay, fair enough.
It's the inner tube. The rubber inner tube we found floating in the pool.
That's kind of interesting.
The inner tube?
Remember the inner tube we found in the pool with a rope on one side? Maybe the rope was originally tied on both sides. The culprit made a ropeway by hanging the tube from the rope connecting the windows. And because the third floor window is higher up, gravity would have pushed the inner tube along.
Fair enough.
The inner tube is made of sturdy rubber as well. It could have supported 2 people.
I would be terrified of that prospect.
The culprit used the ropes and the inner tube to construct a rudimentary ropeway, and used it to move themselves and Ryoma's body from the lab to the gym. Once through the gym window, the culprit stood on the inner tube to move the body. Either that, or the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill.
Okay, sorry, I didn't pause the last one. I really should have.
That way would be more stable and let them handle the corpse more carefully. Finally, they removed the rope from the window frame and left the scene.
I'm sorry, but how did they get...
Well, when you put it like that, it certainly sounds possible.
Okay, whatever.
But wow, a ropeway!
You say the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. Isn't that against school rules? It would count as entering the gym, would it not?
Last time we got asked that question, we decided it was okay.
Last time.
Sticking your body through the window is an automatic out, but standing on the sill is...
Wait, who asked you last time?
Eh?
It is quite possible that the culprit went to you to confirm the details of their plan.
Oh, shit!
Way to put your foot in your mouth.
His foot! Monosuke just unhinged his jaw and swallowed his entire leg!
Cut it out! I can't write this off as a joke if you two keep freaking out about it.
Then your little slip-up is actually the truth!
Pops?
Uh-oh! Daddy's mad at you now!
Yeah?
Don't look at me. This is what you get for acting like a big shot all the time.
Stop. Do not bully Monosuke.
Huh?
Is all that remains of a wonderful...
No more blaming each other. Everybody makes mistakes. I want us all to get along.
Of an amazing adventure.
Monodam's right!
Monosuke, you better thank Monodam. Less attitude and more gratitude. Got it?
Man, the trial was just getting fun. Why you gotta ruin it with that slip-up? But I guess now we know Shuichi's logic is right on the money.
So Culprit really used Ropeway to move body?
Yeah, they used the ropeway to move with the body from window to window.
Ropeway murder? That's some crazy-ass shit!
But if the mechanism was that complicated, wouldn't it be hard to put it all away?
Not necessarily. All one must do is detach the rope from the window after using the ropeway. Then, after returning to Ryoma's lab, one could retrieve the rope from that side. Tossing the rope into the gym from the pool window would be the final step.
I see! The rope was thrown from the window! That's why we found it there!
Not sure I quite get all the logic, but I'm just going to go with it.
With that method, the culprit must have made numerous trips from Ryoma's lab to the pool.
Which is why the crime was committed during nighttime, while we all slumbered.
But if the culprit was so careful to recover the rope they used to commit the crime, why did they leave the inner tube in the pool?
I believe that was an accident.
An accident?
Yes. When the culprit was taking down the inner tube, they accidentally dropped it.
Then why did the culprit leave it in the pool?
Because you can't get out the pool. The reason the culprit left in the pool is obvious. It was night time?
That's it! Even if they wanted to get it, they couldn't, because this took place at nighttime.
I see. They couldn't get the inner tube because swimming is prohibited at nighttime.
But couldn't they have used the rope to fish it out?
Not necessarily. You see, the water level in that pool is so low. Even if one tried to draw in the inner tube using the rope, the steep angle the rope would be at would make it nigh impossible.
It'd be different if they used a pole, but there's no way a rope would work.
Even if inner tube was closer to pool edge, water's still too low to drag tube in.
Sounds like a lot of work. I can see why they just left it there.
Yeah, it would take too long. And they would have been busted if someone saw them.
Ha! What kind of clumsy dipshit drops an inner tube and can't retrieve it? Let me tell you, this culprit's a real fucking amateur!
No, actually. Save for that one mistake, this was the perfect crime.
If Maki had never met up with Ryoma at nighttime, it might have been the end for us. Well, I still don't know if Maki is telling the truth or not.
Shut up. Personally, I find this culprit frighteningly
I'm
thorough.
about to let you go, but...
Such a bold, beautiful plan. I never even imagined there was a rope.
That was one of the things I had figured out before the trial.
Oh, respect begins to bloom in my heart for this wonderfully cruel culprit.
What are you, stupid? Don't respect the culprit.
No, respecting the culprit's intelligence is crucial in solving this case. We're so close. We're just one step away from the truth.
Now, we just need to figure out who the culprit is.
But of course, it would be pointless to unravel this mystery otherwise.
So, who is it?
Looks like it's time for me to start the main event. But my sidekick here is on a roll right now, so I'll let him take this one.
Okay.
You're just pushing everything onto Shuichi because you don't know yourself.
Well, Shuichi, do you already know who the culprit is?
Yes, I have a good idea who the culprit is. Do I?
Hey, Shuichi, are you hesitating again?
I am hesitating again. I've been John Fox and John John otherwise. I've been having a Danganronpa. The adventure. Killing